Your belief system is a program. I'm reading this book here by Bob Proctor, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. And there's a quote here on page, let's see if I can find it quickly, page 18. Your paradigm is a program, or your belief system is a program. And I was thinking about that, and it's interesting to think about the fact that our beliefs are based on our experiences. Our beliefs are from what we see, the message we hear, what we learn, and our interpretation of all of that information based on our um, understanding of life. But if you think about that, if you are to take all of the input that makes thoughts, all the facts that you use to make to make a judgment call about what your values are, this is all about a program. And it's interesting. I was thinking about the idea that if you think of coding, so let's see, um, nowadays in 2023, we often talk about coding and how we need to code to do programs so that we can automate systems, so we can create situation where we can use machines and computers to do work for us. So coding is taking pieces of code and fact so that the machine learning, the AI, can actually find a way to come up with uh, their own outcomes or their made up ideas. So if you think that your belief system is a program, then what we have to say is that, okay, if it's a program, that means that sometimes there are some bugs. Sometimes the program doesn't work. Sometimes you may want to use a program in one situation and it works well, but then you give a different input. You try to do something else with the same program and it doesn't work. So, given that, and given the fact that every time we have new experiences, we base our experiences on our values, our own experience, so that and that often dictates how we react and feel and how we are when we face a new situation, when we get in the outside of our comfort zone. So if it's all a program, if it's all coding, then in some ways we can change the program. So how do we change the program? Well, some of us we have ideas, we have dreams, we have goals, and when you set a goal, it's basically you're looking for an outcome, and then you're putting together the codes, the systems, the systems and the steps to achieve your goals. Okay, so that you can put together, you can create, you can outline. So that means that if you look at our values, our values dictates where we want to go, our vision. They're based on sometimes limited input. So the more we learn, and learning is my one word, the more we learn, we have the opportunity to actually uh, test our program with new information. People that have a lot of wisdoms, then they have sets of values that are well established, and then therefore the values don't change that much as they go forward. But when you're young, when you go to school, you have new ideas, you read new books, new novels. When you go to college, university, if you find a new job, you have access to new experiences, and then you build your own values. And thinking about that reinforces the idea that often we hear entrepreneur that say that you are the sum of the five closest people that you follow, the closest people that surround you, your five closest friends. And in some ways, people that are around you influence your thinking, your values, your interpretation of the world, and in some ways dictate your values. So when we have friendships, which is amazing, family, amazing, co-workers, we have innovators, inventors, people with companies, they are working together to grow. But you realize that sometimes you have new people coming in, new ideas, and sometimes your ideas change, your goal change, And what happens is when you realize that, you have to see, okay, is it changing because that's what's best for me? Or is it changing because I'm influenced? And is it my decision? So all of this is quite, it's, it's not, how can I say that? It is a bit unnerving because if it's a program and people can change it, we can change it. Uh, how far can we grow and how far we can expand ourselves? And that's when often we don't know. We don't know because based on what our perspectives are, we have our limits to where we can achieve. But learning new things allows you to realize that your limits are in some ways, your codes to set the way you believe in things. So therefore, meeting new people can improve your codes to be able to go further. And that's, I think, the message for today. Because my message today was that your belief system is a program. And I do believe that belief systems can change, especially if sometimes you finish your studies and you find the first job, and then the second job, and then third job. Every time you try new jobs, new opportunities, you start a company or second company, you meet one person, another person, then you can grow. And that is part of my journey. Because in some ways, when I started my YouTube channel for science, in my mind, I was a teacher in a classroom. And now I'm a teacher that shares science all around the world. So there's been a shift there. How far can it go? I don't know because there's a lot of things I don't know yet. So what I need to do at this time is study what other people have done so far. And I was listening to an interview with the founder of Khan Academy. And he was talking about how Khan Academy is working with ChatGPT version 4 to see how they can expand what learning can be. And that's something that is exciting for me. Exciting because in some ways I want to do what's best for my students. But there's probably there are many students that I don't have yet that would be in a school, that could be for tutoring, that they will come in the future based on the fact that learning new things will allow me to expand what I can offer. And that is interesting thinking for me. On this, I want you to reconsider what are your belief systems and knowing that they're based on your experiences and what you know. Try to see if you can learn something new, read a new book, meet a new person, and see if you can, as part of your wisdom, stay anchored where you are, or see, is it possible that there's something new to learn, and see how far it can lead you. On this, I'm going to lead you with a video here that YouTube will choose for you. It will be a surprise. I'll see you in the next video.